I think my first day was Melbourne Cup Day 211, and the first draft, which Toby Green and Canelio and others were taken in, was only a couple of weeks away, and we didn't have a mascot, we didn't have a song, and working with Kevin Sheedy was brilliant at that time, because he's like, you got to make these decisions, you got to get these decisions right, and there's a famous Australian band, the Cat Empire, and a trumpet player in that is a guy called Harry Angus. Harry Angus took it upon himself to write our theme song, and he emailed it in to the AFL, and it sat in someone's inbox for I don't know how long. And then he emailed it again, and finally, through a mate of a mate, got it to a guy called Joseph Laposta, who was working at AFL New South Wales. And I remember him coming to me going, look, I know you've got to choose a song. Harry Angus has submitted this song. What do you think of it? You need to have, at least respond to him. And that, I think that's become one of the great songs in the competition.
So this is the... He wrote that?
He wrote that, yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
He wrote that, and he came to the club one day, very weirdly, his mum and dad, turns out, worked at Deakin University.
Geelong University.
Yeah, and they'd asked my mum and dad to babysit him one night. And I think I was there, and we had this weird connection that we chatted about. But he came along and bought his trumpet, and he'd written the lyrics, and he sat around in a circle with the likes of Kevin Sheedy, Mark Williams, Luke Power. There was a number of the players all sat in a circle. He said, look, the number one thing we're going to work on is you guys need to be able to sing this. I can sing it, I can play it, I can record this, but if you can't sing it, then this is a failed course of action, basically. So he ran this workshop just singing this song, and I think it's Luke Power's credited with putting the words "Never Surrender" into it, because it was basically that part of the song was just an instrumental, and he and Mark Williams and others were talking about the yellow and black in the Richmond song, that you got to have something that you can really belt out or the crowd can get into. So yeah, those sort of decisions, those opportunities, writing a song like that, or receiving a song like that, you go, gee, there's some. What are the great decisions we've made? What are the decisions, if we had our time again, you might change? But it's been good fun.
You mentioned Sheedy saying you got to get that right. Well, I mean, in hindsight, thinking about now, he's right, isn't he? Like, he must have had a big impact on the fabric of the footy club. And is that why someone like him was there, given his experience in footy? Yeah,
I think the decision, and he and I chatted about it. We were flying back from Darwin one day, and I was still with the AFL, and I said, "What are you going to do?" Essendon had just moved him on, and he was working as an AFL ambassador at the time, and we talked a bit about Barassi going to the Sydney Swans way back. I said I should talk to Dale Holmes and Demetrio about whether or not, should we consider this option of you coming up coaching? And he was all in, because he's just, I think he's the greatest marketer the game's ever had. And I think he gets underestimated by some people within the industry in a way that probably sells him short at times. I think we've been the beneficiaries of a lot of the things that Kevin Sheedy's done.
That was just a little teaser of our full episode. They're out Wednesdays on YouTube, and you can listen to them wherever you get your podcast. Go on, get out of here.